なんとかなったみてえだな。畳みかける。これがスーパーサイヤ人3だ。
Alright, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. Legends has tweeted out that a infamous unique equip is coming for a certain Legends Limited character. Now, we know we're getting an Ultra Buuhan. Is this a one-off character? Maybe. Is this a potential hint that we're going down a Majin Buu Saga campaign? Maybe. But the one thing that I think a lot of us ignored was, is this an indication of a Regeneration campaign? That could be pretty epic, given that Regeneration has been seeing characters, but not a direct campaign to power up the tag. Now, the Cope in me said this is probably a Majin Buu Saga-based unique equip, right? If we take a look at the tag itself, it has been neglected for an entire year, which is a big thing, given that they kept buffing it up like crazy 2 years ago. So ignoring it for an entire year means that they're gearing up for them to be crap so that they can justify another boost campaign. The obvious LF choices were characters like Ultimate Gohan, Gotenks, Buu Duo, Fusing Super Vegito. I think all of us were looking towards these guys to getting the unique equip. Ultimate Gohan, just because, you know, Blue FSK, whether we want to admit it or not, he's kind of, I don't want to say homeless, but his mainstay Hybrid Saiyan team is not that great. Future Gohan and the 40th NEDB Gohan are just cheerleaders while he does all the work. There's no doubt in my mind that the developers look at this and they say, okay, that was okay before, but it can't fly anymore as we continue to power characters. Let's flush out the Hybrid Saiyan tag and give him some competent additional allies. Plus, they love Gohan. Anytime they see Gohan have, you know, one little inkling of less than compared to everybody, every other tag, every other character, they're like, this can't be. Spoil him some more. So they got to give a unique equip. So we look towards Ultimate Gohan. Turns out it's not him. Gotenks, same idea. Hybrid Saiyan buffs, green card generation, cut penetration, a very strong supportive ability for the teams, and, you know, overall just Hybrid Saiyans. Gotenks in general, he kind of just, I don't want to say he fell off quickly, but he very rapidly felt like he didn't have much of a team. So this guy getting a unique equip would be pretty appropriate, but turns out it's not him. I thought it was him based off one part of the asset where you may notice that it all sort of circles around towards a center piece. And if you take a look at the art here, one of the assets kind of reminded me that, like you see the donut rings are coming down to the palm of his hands. Where is it? This one here, like you can tell that they're all centering themselves towards something in his hand. And of course for him, it's the volleyball attack. So that's why at first glance I said Gotenks, but it's not him either. The ultimate Cope in me thought it would be these guys, because you may notice that part of this, the green in the background, looks like an already Zenkai'd character. And these guys getting it, I wouldn't mind at all. Outside of the Cope, it's the fact that this character had terrible usage rate and never got their time in the sun. And they've kind of acknowledged that characters that have that problem, they're willing to go back and power them up. Metal Cooler, Fusion Zamasu, you know, some of the DB characters, they're willing to acknowledge, hey, this character wasn't up to the bar that we wanted for players, and we're going to go ahead and power them up. They dropped the ball when it came to their unique. It was just barely enough. They dropped the ball when it came to their Zenkai Awakening. The combo of the two just barely got them to satisfactory levels. Maybe they want to go ahead and give them another unique to just finish the bill. Ever since the Gammas got 2 uniques, everybody can get a second unique. It doesn't matter anymore. They've opened Pandora's box, and who better than them if we're going to a Majin Buu Saga campaign? But it's actually not them, to my sadness. The other option is fusing Super Vegito. I was kind of critical of this because fusing Super Vegito's biggest forte is in fact the rush. Unguessable rising rush. But people criticized the crap out of mini Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta because he too was all about the powerful rush and the overdrive. With a character that is green, that nullifies rising rush, I don't really think this is the best time to buff that sort of thing. And it turns out it's not them either. Out of all the characters, it turns out it is Orange Piccolo. I didn't think it would be Orange Piccolo. Now, some of you noticed this yourselves, mainly because of some of the green here. But I myself wanted to go a little bit further just because I didn't think that was sufficient. They've gone out their way to trick us many times. They've done all kinds of asset flipping and piercing and all kinds of stuff to trick us. So I went and consulted my buddy Hydros, and Hydros says, based off of his info, I said, do you mind sharing support to include in the video? And it turns out you'll notice that one part of the background is the orange hue, which is one of the assets that Orange Piccolo has, and the bottom right with the swivel and the green does in fact align with this. By the way, here's the literally the thumbnail you guys are seeing right now. Either way, it's Orange Piccolo getting a unique equip. This guy already has one, but it stinks. I mean, his unique equip is the equivalent. This thing is crappier than the Majin Buu Saga unique equip, I think. This thing is okay, never mind. I spoke too soon. But it is a very early unique equip that they gave this character just because he wasn't up to people's standards. Him getting a unique equip just leads us to a regeneration campaign, and that is amazing. That is amazing because they've gone out their way to buff regen, but they've never gone out their way to directly say this is a regeneration boost campaign. I mean, look at these characters. We had Ultra Cell, which we knew was geared more towards androids because he's more of a range character. We had Ultra Corrupt Merzumasu, which for sure you could say is for regeneration, but realistically people felt more comfortable running him on a powerful opponent team with Android 13. Fusion Zamasu, same idea, more so future, ran with his best friend himself. And then we saw Janemba, who is more so for movies, especially given that his Awakened Gold equip wants an Otherworld Warrior to fight with him, which means they want you to run him with Gogeta. But if they're now focusing on a regeneration campaign, Janemba might get a tremendous amount of value. Janemba, between the debuffing, the 2 lives, -2 card draw speed, sealing up the rush, I don't know, man. I think that kind of stuff is proving to be valuable. And with full power Super Saiyan 4 Goku disrupting everybody, this guy nailing a blue card when the opponent swaps might actually be very valuable. That's why I did that video talking about how Janemba might be one of those festival characters that at the time may not seem as powerful. Not to say that he's not great, but just at the time doesn't feel like he's performing to the others. But maybe he was a character designed for the near future where he will then demonstrate tremendous value. If a regeneration campaign comes out and we get an Ultra Buhon that is super strike oriented, we get this Janemba and maybe the Orange Piccolo, I mean, hey man, that sounds like regeneration is on the map. My only criticism of all this is this just means we get another Second Life character. We all feel the fatigue, right? I am so tired of having to kill Gohan once, kill KO Guard, then kill Gohan, or even worse, you fight the 2 Super Saiyan 4 monkey bums with the kid, and then you gotta kill Gohan without a rush, that is, while these 2 are super tanky and disruptive. Then you gotta kill the first life on full power. Then you gotta kill the first life on Vegeta. Then you finally kill one of these damn bums, and there's 30 timer counts left in the meta. My only worry is they are too comfortable with Second Life characters. I don't know if in their mind they're like, okay, we don't know what we're doing with damage guard numbers. We just gotta make sure everyone has a Second Life safety. I don't know if that's what their goal is, but for me, come on. Come on, man. The only reason why they would do something like this is if they have plans to nullify it. This always happens. Think about it. Fusing Super Vegito, an anti-endurance rising rush you can't guess, is the most toxic thing ever. But they got very comfortable with releasing everyone having Second Life and or debuffing. It was the great age of everybody debuffed everything right after. The amount of Second Life safeties we have right now is ridiculous. Full power Super Saiyan 4, debuff endurance. Vegeta, debuff endurance. Gohan, revival. We got Metal Cooler, multiple lives. We got our friend Android 13, multiple lives, strong disrupt. There's Gogeta who just disrupts everything. Like, You got the Super Saiyan God Goku and Hit, Endurance with debuffing. Just everybody has a second life with debuffing. We've seen more revival characters in 1 year than we've seen for like the last 5 years of the game. So the only reason why they're willing to do that, to me, is because they plan on countering it. And you know who would be the ultimate counter to that? Buhan. His new ability being, if he triggers a second life revival, instead of the character coming back, he absorbs them. Now, I don't know if that's like a glorified seal, kind of like the Mafuba, where only when he's the last character left you can deal with him. That would be still very powerful. But if he absorbs the character and then he becomes more powerful, and then when he's last man standing, like the enemy's character, then he pops out and you lose the buffs and whatever, that would still make him one of the best characters in the game. I think that's what they're going to do for their new ability. That's his whole thing, right? So you guys let me know in the comment section below. Are you excited for Orange Piccolo getting his unique equip? Are you excited for us going down the path of a regeneration buffing campaign? And more importantly, yeah, that's pretty much it. Be sure to check out the Twitch in about an hour. I'm going to be live playing some Witcher 3, enjoying myself. But until then, peace!